Yeah.
How's the Pango versus Co-op?
You lose like maybe very slightly, but you still farm. You farm a lot better than Primal. You have stuns to deal with them a lot better in the early mid game.
Fans can be good and bad. You know, it's people. You know,
people are people.
Yeah, the players obviously in a lot of these. Oh, hang on, they're actually going to connect on Kaori here. They will.
With the trample, Kaori put to the high ground, and that is going to be likely first blood of the Yamish is in the area with the snowball to delay things. Cookie on top.
Really nice timing, yeah.
And that's going to be Nico with the first blood. Tims does sacrifice himself, as Nico eventually will be taken out as well, but 2 for 1. Yeah. But first blood going the way of OG.
But yeah, it's...
But, I mean, piggybacking off of what we were just talking about, the team I've been most impressed with at this tournament is OG, and it's not close. Yeah. They had no expectations coming into
Absolutely.
this. Hoofstop is there, but he is outnumbered. Mr. Boom, down he goes.
You guys going to bring 3 bottom? We'll bring 3 top. Yeah, it's weird. It's
I'm a big Nico fan, by the way.
Yeah.
Not related, of course.
Makes sense, yeah. I feel like that voice line really encapsulates casting with you in general. So. Honestly, if they could just play that on repeat, I would just cast with that voice line as my partner.
Nico gets away. What a good player. Gets away easily. Never any.
Insane onslaught. Beautiful performance.
A lot of pressure in this top lane as they have stuck with 3 members. Skem, though, stuck inside of the cogs.
Oh,
Cookie
that
the
was...
other way. He's like, sacrifice yourself, Skem. And he does. Boom gets it.
Yeah, some miscommunication there. I think he was turning around to try to go for a last liquid fire on the tower and then gets cookied simultaneously. So
the CS overall for him, 28 and 8. As we might have to worry about Nico's movements. Onslaught on top of Yamich. Forces out the snowball. Now a TP coming in from the gyrocopter. Crystallis not really doing that much damage. Doesn't really pose a threat here, so ends up kind of being a wasted TP. That's 4 members of Mouz here.
Yeah. The series already
taken by mid one, so at the very least they secure that rune.
Yeah, Tims is probably gonna die for this, you would imagine. Can walk him down here. They still have Sonic Wave if they need it. And they don't. So, yeah, I was just gonna say this series already compared to the previous one. So at 7 minutes, the two lowest experience heroes on the 2 teams get experience.
I mean,
that would be kind of a band-aid way of doing it, though.
Oh, Disruption. He's already used the Swashbuckle. Mid one has Sonic Wave, but gets caught in the ice path. Meanwhile, Nico with the trample, not able to finish a kill, but gets the Pulverize now with the Rolling Thunder to follow. Sonic Wave does hit 2 members. And away they go as the call down is hitting with that new facet. So that is the death of Nico, and it's a trade for Yamich at the moment. And Crystal's getting help with the Stampede, but now he's in a bit of trouble. Gets the double kill. Do they have the damage to finish the job here? They do. Natsumi and company end up netting themselves another kill, but tough to say who wins this engagement overall. I mean, Nico probably the loser here since he died early on.
I think the biggest winner in all of this is Centaur because he didn't have to rotate.
Yeah.
Until now. Now he's not the biggest winner anymore.
Yeah.
But he was enjoying winning for a little.
Cinderin Classic, of course. There it is. Maybe a defense mounted of some sort from OG, at least for the time being, as they're going to smoke to try to get a good pounce. Perhaps Swash is going to hit a bit. There's the Pulverize onto 1. It's the Shadow Demon. Sonic Wave a little bit too late to save his comrade as mid one. Now taking all the Mortimers, gets the Stampede for some distance, but the right click looks like he is fine.
That Stampede was actually needed because he dodged 1 kiss with it, and that would have been the overkill. He lived with about 80 HP there against the Geminate attack. OG looking for a move of their own now. Hitting their stride.
Oh, Yamich.
They want to find Gyro, and it looks very likely they will connect this. He's completely alone down here, too. There's no protection, but are they going to go to the right so they saw him?
Yes, they do.
He's
Pulverize, Macropyre, everything. Goodbye, Crystallis. That was so close to Yamich just tanking the whole gank. Just about 2 seconds off, probably.
Would be really nice for the side of Mouz.
Yeah, well, Natsumi will have the Mjolnir now, but against the double blade mail, does have to be careful. Pulverize is going to be canceled thanks to the disruption.
The ice path setup.
Yeah, Ice Path into the Rolling Thunder. Can they keep him stun locked? Yes! Mid one dead. That was very nice execution from OG. Despite there being a disruption, they still had beautiful layering of stun.
So the way that it works, it's similar logic to how I talked to Gunnar about this, how you can dodge spells with phase shift on Puck. So some stuns are, I'll explain that in a moment.
Polarize instantly canceled as Nico,
Oh, way out of that
he
one.
gets punished hard.
So basically, there's a difference between, say, Ice Path and Arrow. That's the easiest example for me to use, is if you're disrupted and you come out into an arrow, you can't BKB. And therefore, you come out first, and then the aura hits you. So if you're like immediately BKB, you can always dodge Ice Path. But the arrow works in a different fashion. And it's the same logic with phase shift or coming down from Yules. You can't phase shift an arrow when you come down out of Yules, but you can phase shift an Ice Path coming out of Yules. Does that make sense?
Yep. It is arbitrary at the end of the day, though, of course. From the
Oh,
perspective.
nice reaction from no one. Well, not so nice reaction from him, I guess, but from mid one. Oh, nice timing. Boom.
Cancel of the onslaught.
Beautiful.
Nico has to stand his ground with the primal ult, doing a good amount as the Sonic Wave actually misses, but they still have the burst to get through the big juicy primal beast. And Natsumi died as well to Boom, and just like that's 3 for nothing as Mouz taking the first big fight of the game. I guess that's true. I mean, it's more the fact that Centaurs take the Stampede cooldown basically every time.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see what he chooses.
Stampede.
Speaking of which, gets off the roll up into the Rolling Thunder. No, can't get it off in time. So another great pickoff for Mouz.
They've played a stellar mid game. See if they can get the opening here. Looks like Mouz might not be expecting it. They're showing Centaur mid.
Yeah.
Excuse me, that's an illusion.
Centaur is spotted. There's the pulverize. Yamich, though, with the instant walrus punch. The right click's being applied to mid one, but that has the blade mail now. They get the stun on him at the last moment. Pops the BKB. The disruption will save him for now. Yopaj in the Rolling Thunder. He is getting destroyed, and a Sonic Wave deletes him from the face of the map. 2 for nothing. So OG, despite having the surprise tactics, not able to capitalize and get a kill. And they're going to fortify their creeps so that they cannot take the additional waves. This push will continue.
And you just wait. You can see how confident they are even without an Aegis.
Yeah, that Poogie is looking very concerned right now. Niku with the opening, but the cart comes in to try to save Chrysalis. Finally gets put in at half HP, and now he can have free reign. As Yopaj doing a nice job of controlling the Shadow Demon, but that is a forced disruption on himself, and a big Sonic Wave coming in from mid one to take out Nico. And that's going to be 2 dead, along with Yopaj on the outskirts of the fight. That means a full lane for Mouz, and almost certainly more to come. So Chrysalis has a Rapier without Aegis right now. Seen this before. Just on the other side. Roche already at half HP. This is the last ditch effort for OG. Sonic Wave only onto Tim's right now. He's going to be the sacrifice. He has no buybacks, so it's a 4 versus 5, mid one. Trying to create some level of space as Chrysalis goes back into the pit to try to finish the job. Nico with the BKB goes into the pit, but now he's just getting destroyed by the Rapier. Gets put inside the cart, and finally, Chrysalis takes the Aegis probably 5 seconds after it drops.
Nico had forever to do that. He just didn't make slot in the inventory.
Yeah, that is unfortunate. So 3 dead for OG, and now 5 minutes of an Aegis with the Rapier still there for Chrysalis. How much can he do here? They have 2 buybacks, but still only 8 seconds left on their timers. They do not have a fortification. Yopaj has to go back to Fountain. Already the tier 4s are dead. Now the Ancient's going to be exposed.
God, they're just
nice
killing
blocking them in with the Ice Shards as they have to deal with this Ancient. They're going to have 5 up in just a moment, but the Sonic Wave pushes them back. Natsumi, he cannot fight. He is not in fighting shape at all. Shikuchi with half HP. There we go, Primal Beast, but the cart comes in to try to finish the game, and it's going to be successful as GGs are called, and Mouz taking game 1. Very impressive.
Really nicely done. It just, everything clicked. It all came together, I feel like, around the time that Centaur got the pipe and they started making their team moves. Just felt like OG didn't have enough damage in the tank. I would be curious to hear if the panel agrees that this Mjolnir from Weaver should have potentially been the Deseret, if that would have changed anything or if it's just a raw outplay, but...
And I think that there was definitely some, I want to say uncharacteristic mistakes. Like, I think Force had a pretty rough game. I think Natsumi, that one blade mail death, like, sure, it's kind of funny, haha, but it's mid Primal Beast. I actually would have preferred it to be mid Beastmaster. Because I think that, sure, Beastmaster can...
A lot of the rules that they made for Voice Line specifically were because of you trying to set the meta.
Yeah.
with a notorious submission that should not. We do not need to draw more attention to it, but it's always fun.
Belch.mp3 is a classic. Kaori.
Very good. He dove aggressively. He's in trouble. I mean, he's just absolutely dead for first blood.
Tim's actually gets it.
And he had to get it quickly because mid-1 killed Skem half a second later.
Oh, yeah.
So the first blood bounty will go to Tim's. As soon as you're level 3 and above, you just go for the trample into the wave as they clash. Then Edict is not a threat. Clear it out and play it easy. So it's still a lane that Leshrac should win because you're not going to get all the creeps with trample. Oh.
Yeah, it's a big onslaught.
Big
on
damage.
Kaori. Gonna get trampled. The healing ward making this a lot more annoying than it should be. Does get the kill, but it's gonna cost him. Definitely not worth.
Probably wasn't anticipating that mid-1 was going to TP to this, and then he would have got away with it. I mean, when you look at this game in its current state, I feel like every hero is doing quite fine with the exception of Centaur. I think that's the biggest thing, is that was what OG were setting out to do with this pick. So far, so good. Yopa's just back to top again.
He is. Onslaught right on top of Crystallis. Healing up a decent amount. It's not enough for a kill, and now Nico gonna get turned around on. Mid-1 stuck around as well, so double kill for him. And already, Mouz off to a great start.
I guess we're just not playing mid anymore. Okay, now he's bottom. Well, you're running out of lanes, buddy. You're gonna gank the jungle next, or what?
You might have to.
Oh, Skem.
Mid-1 runs into Skem, half his level. Diabolic Edict.
Cogs are good for this, though.
They are. Might still die, though, as Yamich just needs a little bit of vision. And there's the charge. And the death. So mid-1.
4-0, minute 7 on Lesh. That is... I wonder if there's a world that you consider Blade Mail. It used to be common for Primal to buy it, and you're playing against probably the best matchup for it in Lesh. Speaking of...
Yep, Skem with the hook shot, but gets pushed back by Boom's creep, and that's going to be the end of him. This will be a group-up tactic for Mouz to get a Tier 1 tower as well.
Somebody else has got it. Who do you want to assign as the honorary got the juice that's left in the tournament?
Have to think about that one. Stampede initiation.
Oh, that's clean.
Boy, with the egg, the hook shot to try to slow them down, but the TA is going to pop here in just a moment. It's a double kill for mid-1. It's a 3-for-0, and Mouz. Oh, this is what I was afraid of, that the snowball would continue.
From yesterday? Or from game 1?
From game 1.
And perhaps that playstyle just doesn't suit OG that well to get put under that much pressure that early on. At the very least, this game, it's hurting them quite a bit. 4K lead, time for Wisdoms. Nobody's on them, so probably just going to end up being a 1-for-1 split. They're going to try for Pulverize.
To start with the Ice Path, and Trample is enough. Yamich is down and out. Hook shot onto the Phoenix.
That
nice
does not
cancellation on the dive. So that's going to be 2 support for the side of OG and the Tier 1 tower. Definitely a good start in trying to repair the damage that's been done.
I didn't know I could do the inverse caster curse too. That's good to know. Looking for trouble is mid-1 under smoke. Would love to find a fight 7-0 on Lesh right now.
Yeah. It's a pretty good score line as the Primal Beast. Oh, it actually cancels the charge as well.
Oh, that's perfectly lined up.
Done. And the roar onto the Lesh.
Oh
they
my God,
the
they're
killing
landing everything,
spree.
dude.
2 dead just like that, and OG are back in the game.
Wow. That Pulverize...
You cursed the shit out of mid-1 again. That is actually unbelievable how strong your power is.
Who do you want to win?
And they're going to get the Roche.
Just tell me who you want to win. Aegis on Beastmaster for 4 minutes is a really strong timing. And yep, they're immediately going to look for more.
Shot onto Crystallis with the Ice Path. Gets the Cogs as well. He's already super low HP. Gets the healing ward off, but the Pulverize is enough. A huge kill for OG. And now they still have the roar onto the Centaur. The egg is going to pop here as Nico is going to burn life number 1, but already 3 dead for Mouz, and mid-1 completely out of mana. Can they catch them?
Oh!
With the onslaught onto Kaori. 4 dead. My goodness, OG come back with a vengeance. It's the Jollibee power.
TA works in a similar fashion later in the game. Sure, you can deal with the refraction early, but later, good reaction from mid-1. He might still get caught. Nope, never mind.
Looking for the hook shot, but they get the roar instead and the Pulverize onto the Centaur. The Sunray is not going to be enough, surely.
Yep.
He ends up falling. The egg is already used as well.
Silver linings there for Mouz. If the hookshot hits, you probably die both of them. I like the one on Clockwork a lot. I'm not sure I'm a fan of Primal buying it. I get the mindset here, but I think your game is actually good enough now that you can scale.
The Stampede initiation, they actually take out Yopaj to start the fight. And now the exit strategy for OG. Can the Jakiro get away?
Nice
The hook
wild
stomp
wing
in
play.
time. Yeah, that was some style points there for Boom. Little mini blink, as it were.
While he still rocks an amazing scoreline, he has to be very, very careful with how he approaches fights.
I want to fight, though.
Yeah, this is into Aegis.
Yeah.
Natsumi is far away, though.
There's the Omni Slash to start things out. The Primal Beast gets destroyed along with Tims and Nico. That is 3 dead basically from a single Omni Slash. Holy shit, that was absurd. The Cleave really going to town.
You could tell OG were not anticipating it at all. Like, they had TA showing in the bottom lane pushing out the wave, and then they were still clustering up their heroes, which, however you want to look at it, your heroes just shouldn't be stacked like this. At least they're going to get Yamage here, a little bit of a turnaround. But yeah, Mouz with a very decisive and successful move there.
Mid one.
And mid one's looking for more.
Indeed, Natsumi now. I mean, he has the second life. The buyback comes to B. Boom. Comes in with the cart, trying to take the goat away, but the hook shot's going to keep him in place. And the cogs onto 3 heroes, but the egg comes out with the Sunray as well. Macropyre upon mid one tries to trickle out. The healing ward is keeping him alive, though. Egg already activated. Now Yopaj comes in for the finishing blow onto mid one. Looking for the pulverized onto Chrysalis. They get it. Do they have the damage with the Natsumi right clicks? Chrysalis with the blade fear to try to run away, but the right clicks are just too powerful from this TA. 3 dead for the side of Mouz.
All right, Shannon, I'll say it. It's confirmed. Nobody can hold a lead in this game.
No,
It's just not possible. So the initiation is everything here. Both teams have really strong single target ways of jumping. Spirit Breaker plus Centaur into a Lesh Omni-Slash combo will kill anyone.
Yeah, that Lotus is pretty important. There's the cart for the save and the Lotus used, so 2 cooldowns.
Just farming out of the cart is junk.
Yeah, why not? Yopaj, he wants to go in for the initiation, though. Blade Fury from Chrysalis as they try to run away. The Pulverize right on top of him, though. The egg with the Sunray. But now the Omni Slash is going to work.
Oh
He's
my
dead.
God.
4 steps to the low ground, and that means he is donezo via the Juggernaut. And they're going to lose many members now as OG.
Yep.
Man, it's all about that initiation. 4 dead for nothing.
It's all about not having a lead.
All right, time for Mouz to lose the next fight.
Just you wait. It's coming.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Smoke from OG.
Yep, they are behind, so this is looking good for them.
Mid one.
See if they get in there.
Want to pop it. They open up on him. The cart is not going to be there in time because of the Macropyre. Does get it off just in time as the egg is placed with the Sunray, but they've already lost 2 for Mouz. This is turning into a ridiculous situation. Are they done yet?
Oh, that's a nice ice path.
Onto 2, but the healing ward is doing work right now.
It's still, they're keeping them in place.
With the rocket flare. And the jump in. They get the hoof stomp, though. Onto Skem. Yopaj on the other side. Going to take out the Phoenix easily. It's a 3 for nothing. Now the Stampede used. Trying to get this Clockwork, if not just run away. Skem will be the first to fall in all likelihood. The Pulverize right on top of the Juggernaut, but the cart is there. He's not inside. You have to put him in the cart, for God's sake. Chrysalis trying to run away. He gets onslaughted. 4 dead, and OG have equalized again.
Natsumi drawing the line. He wants to force them back. The problem is he's being forced back himself. So
Chrysalis. That's a free tier 3. He gets pulverized. There's the cart. Can they put him inside? He's still not there. He gets killed. He still wasn't in the cart after all of that. The Yum Burgers are too much to handle. Boom, drops on the high ground. The egg does go off successfully, and that means the death of Nico. But now the Sunray, the second egg comes out, and it's doing a ton of damage to this TA. That's life number 1. Another BKB, Yopaj getting charged. Natsumi pops the refraction with the Hurricane Pike. A lot of damage to mid 1 right now. Tims jumps in to try to finish the job, and they're going to get him. That's 3 dead for Mouz. Did require a buyback from Skem.
Right. So the Abyssal is not going to come into play in that case. Then you're just
one thing in mind in
Spirit.
these fights, and that is Chrysalis.
Yeah. Primal beasts only want one thing, and it's disgusting.
Lotus already applied to Chrysalis to get a
Rocket
little bit of
scouting.
vision.
Okay.
There's the mid one jumping onto Yopaj. The Yundis already procking. The cart
Roar.
comes into play as well. The roar right now onto the Juggernaut with the macro pyre to follow, but nobody else is going on top of him. No DPS at all. Instead, he just blows up Yopaj with the instant
Natsumi
buyback, and
does nothing
Natsumi
too.
follows suit as well. 2 dead instantly for OG. They cancel a TP here as well, and that cost a buyback on to the Yopaj Primal Beast. So very, very costly for OG.
He actually didn't get to do it.
The TA is alive. Backdoor protection kicks in for about a half second. And no more healing ward. Remember, this is an Aegis carrying Juggernaut. Spin up in 3. This is looking like a second set of barracks for Mouz. Pulverize into the macro pyre. They want to burn this right off the bat, and they will. Successfully, the cart again not being used to any effect. And now Chrysalis, Blade Fury, but he does not finish the barracks. Instead, he tries to use it to retreat. And now the Stampede to retreat. They are not on the same page. Yamich tried to charge in for a moment there. Now the hook shot from Sken coming up from the sideline. Mid one, he's going to blink in with the Diabolic Edict, but Natsumi's just right-clicking him into oblivion with the Pulverize as well. Down goes mid one.
How does it keep happening?
I don't know.
Is it? Okay, there's some divine intervention going on here. Oh, nice jump though.
Yeah.
From Boom.
The cart comes into play here.
BKB
As
TP
the
out.
Beastmaster going to get burned to a crisp. Nico down for 85. Big kill for Mouz.
That was a mid one buyback though. You got to be a little bit careful as Mouz here not to overstep. If Lesh dies again, he's out for 2 minutes. Pulverize
Yopaj
is ready, but nothing else. Chrysalis was going to lead to the charge here.
No BKB. This should be a second set. Skem going to try to delay a bit.
He just got by actually.
Chrysalis is going to Blade Fury again in retreat, and there's the Pulverize with the Macro Pyre doing quite a bit, but the Omni Slash just shreds him. Yopaj dead for 2 minutes, no buyback, and now all the efforts onto the TA. Split Earth is going to hit. Skem is going to fall as a result, so 2 dead now for OG. As Mouz being very, very careful, very conservative in their approach to this fight. Chrysalis jumps in and bashes Tims and kills him off. They get that second set eventually as Natsumi going to blink to the other side. Try to staying alive, but mid one is going to solo him with his Diabolic Edict, but finally the hook shot comes in as mid one gets fully healed with the cheese. And now Natsumi on super low HP. Can he survive this? He's trying to take out Yamich, but now he's just getting stun locked and burned by the Sunray. Buys back instantly. OG with only 4 members up against the 5 of Mouz.
He just got force-stepped like 3 times in different directions. That was super
And they're going to go for the Megas here.
Oh my. This one's going to be tough.
Chrysalis healing ward, tier 4 dead. Hook shot again. No follow-up as the ice path comes through. Lots of damage onto Boom. He puts Leshrac in his cart. Probably didn't even want to be in there. Just wants to put somebody in there, poor guy. Primal Roar onto Kaori, but he is safe. And now Chrysalis can go for the buildings and try to finish this game. Last tier 4 is down. Ancient exposed. 100 seconds of no clockwork. Still 20 for the Primal Beast. So 3 members of OG. They're going to be melting. Double kill for mid one. It's just Natsumi versus the world. Almost gets Boom. But the Ancient will fall in favor of Mouz as the GGs come out, and OG, their run ends here.
Wow, what a crazy game this was. That was super exciting the whole way through. They're just taking turns at winning fights left, right, and center. It's just a matter of who gets the cleaner initiation and lands their spells. And I gotta say,
basically that game was one of those games that's determined by who gets the jump first.
Yeah.
Right? It's like if Chrysalis gets jumped by Primal Beast, he gets follow-up Roar. They have a ton of damage to layer on top of it between Natsumi and even Tims